Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. What happens in a custody case if your ex has been out of the picture for years? Does that mean that you automatically will get the custody should motions be filed? Well, it's very interesting because the short answer is no. Custody is never automatic. The court's got to look at what's in the best interest of the children. It's, I guess, theoretically possible that somebody can be out of the picture for years, but the court can decide nonetheless that the other person who, though has been involved with the children, has been a decidedly negative influence on the children. Maybe the custodial parent is a drug addict or an alcoholic or doesn't otherwise provide a stability in the home, whereas this person who maybe for whatever reasons of employment or whatever has really not been around, but maybe he or she provides a more stable environment. So the court theoretically could do that. You've got to understand one thing. The court doesn't generally know what's going on with one's life unless motions are filed. If you bring it to the court's attention, then the court can make rulings. The court generally is not going to know what's going on in the individual home, in the individual neighborhood, in the individual city. The court's not going to know that. So when we talk about, my ex has been out of the picture, do I automatically get custody? Well, what does that really mean? If you mean by that, he lives in Arizona, I'm living here in Michigan, do I have the custody? Well, who's saying you don't? In other words, the kids are with you, possession is 9/10 of the law, they're with you, your ex is nowhere to be found. Who's challenging your custody at this stage of the game? If you want to file a petition for custody, and people often say, well, I have the custody in that the kids live with me, but I'm wondering if I should file something to make it official-like. We're always going to ask, what's the reason to do that? Remember, let's not kick a sleeping dog, okay? If your ex is out of the picture, he's not bothering you, he's not asking for anything, your ex is gone and she doesn't want this or she doesn't want that, it's just you and the kids. Why are you filing stuff? Is anybody forcing you to do that? Are you compelled to do it? I ask because the knee-jerk reaction when somebody gets legal papers that says another person wants to divest them of a right, the knee-jerk reaction is to bring it to a lawyer and file objections, file an answer, file a counterclaim. That's what people do. So before you tip the other side off that you're trying to do something, if they're not involved in the life of the child anyway, what's the compelling reason to do that? Now, there may be a reason why you have to do it. Maybe there's something going on and you need an order of the court that says that you have full custody, you have full legal custody, you have full physical custody, and if you need it, you're not going to have a choice. You'll have to file those papers. The truth of the matter is, if you file those papers, your ex is in Arizona, hasn't seen the kids for 5 years, and you tell the court, look, the kids have been consistently living with me here in Michigan for years. I need an order of custody that gives me full legal and full physical custody. The other side can file objections, but the first thing the court's going to say is, where you been, man, for 5 years? All of a sudden, you care? The court's not going to like that. The Johnny-come-latelys to the custody courtroom don't get a lot of traction. So you have to ask yourself, should I file this case to begin with? But once you decide you have to understand, though it's not automatic, all things being equal, the court is going to give a lot of deference to the parent who's undertaken the raising of the children all these years and not give much traction to the man or woman who's been out of sight, out of mind for those same amount of years. If you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.